Nottingham boxer Froch has become world champion for the third time.
He knocked out the previously undefeated Canadian Lucien Bute in the fifth round, following one of his best performances of his career.
Our sports correspondent Steve Clamp was there. Lucky man.
I think knockout, round 11.
All the way, Froch, but I'm nervous.
It's his homecoming, so he's going to do it.
Man, I'm back, I'm champ, world champ, I've put in the hard work and I've got the rewards. That's not taking anything away from Bute. You got absolute Stralican in there tonight.
Once, twice, 3 times a champion!
You could see in his face how much it meant to him to do it tonight.
Don't make me cry. No, it's just brilliant. Froch, 3 times world champion. It's got a great ring to it, hasn't it?
He wanted it for himself, really, but a family, for Nottingham, for England. I mean, he's a fantastic fighter, and you know, history will show now that he's the best in his division.
I wasn't expecting him to turn it on that much, but he was best performance of his career, in my opinion.
Well, I think Lucien Bute has never been in with anyone like him.
Fantastic, really, really good.
When I saw Bute kind of like phase, I was like, he's going, and then all of a sudden he just went and we were like, yay!
After the fight, the celebrations continued at a Nottingham nightclub. It wasn't long before the city's hero was encouraged to say a few words.
So I want to thank everybody for turning up and supporting me. 3-time world champion!
The fans happy, Bute battered, Froch world champion for the third time. Was it an actual game plan to go in hard and fast? Harder and faster than I've ever seen you go into a fight?
Yeah, I came into the fight and me and Rob, the plan was to start fast. Go out there and let him know he's in enemy territory. Let him sit down at the end of round 1 and think, I'm in deep water here. And I didn't go too mad in round 1 because I didn't want to walk in something myself, but I was putting educated pressure on him, put him on his back foot. If he missed, counter-punch him. So yeah, that was the plan.
You told me you get nervous before every fight. What was there to worry about?
Nothing. With that performance, nothing. I'm so proud of him. Honestly, I'm so proud.
He normally starts off very slow, but tonight he was focused. He just wanted to get the job done very quick. I mean, I just can't believe it. Fantastic.
Has 3 times world champion sunk in yet?
I don't think it has actually, no. I don't think it has, but it was pretty good. Thank you.
Deserves a round of applause.
You're watching East Midlands today. It was billed as one of the most momentous sporting weekends in Nottingham. 2 days which would bring thousands of people to the city and boost the economy by millions of pounds.
But did it? And if it did, just how much did Nottingham benefit from the test match and, of course, the Froch fight? Sarah Teal reports.
It's the day after the weekend before, and what a momentous weekend it was for new world champion Froch, taking time out to relax today with his family and his beloved city of Nottingham. Carl's fight and test match cricket attracted tens of thousands of people to the city and injected millions into the local economy. Carl, you're a Nottingham lad, you're really proud of the city. How important is it that what you've done helps really put it on the map?
Oh, I think it's important for the city. I mean, it's great for the country, but we've had a great weekend in the city with the cricket and with my fight. You know, 9,000 people from up and down the country coming out to support me and enjoying the fruits of Nottingham, because Nottingham's a wonderful city and it puts us in a very good light.
Hotels, restaurants and bars had been braced for big business, and they got it.
Record week. It was the busiest week of the whole year, and last year, basically since we've opened in April 2010. For us, it can be the difference of a good summer or a bad summer, and I guess for a lot of the smaller businesses around here, it can be the difference of making or breaking their year, I guess. So yeah, it's hugely important.
Tens of millions of people worldwide also watch the cricket on TV, and the Carl Froch fight broke audience records. With the eyes of the world on Nottingham, that's fantastic for raising the profile of the city, something which is bound to boost tourism.
I had texts over the weekend from friends who'd watched the fight in Ibiza and America. So that's the impact you get from something when you're showcasing something like this, and the value to the city is immense. There's an opportunity, there's a real good feeling about the city now with the A453 and the tram infrastructure and these sort of events taking place, the Ashes in a couple of years' time. Why can't we must just harness all that energy and get it going forward.
England cricketers and Carl Froch, fine examples of how to harness energy and become world class. Now Nottingham has the chance to do the same. Sarah Teal, East Midlands Today, Nottingham.
And we'll be hearing from Carl live later. Do you know, I bet that Mr Boutte felt he'd been...
Rather than here, unfortunately, though, Carl.
I'm sorry to disappoint, but we had to talk about the sport in detail, because there's one place for us to start. It is with this man here, Carl Froch, of course, Nottingham's finest, the man who put together, I think, one of the finest displays ever by a British boxer, and the new IBF champion of the world. How does that sound, Carl? Three times world champion?
Sounds amazing, you know, to come back to Nottingham and become a three-time world champion on my home turf. It's fabulous.
A bit of context, your opponent, Lucien Boutte, unbeaten, the favourite, the world champion. You demolished him. Let's take a look at the third round where you really went for him. Did you always plan to go in for him this hard, this fast?
Well, if I ever catch anybody clean with a good shot and I can see I'll hurt them, then I always step on the gas and try and close the show. That's why I'm so popular and exciting to television broadcasters. And I fill arenas because of that reason. But no, I didn't expect to catch him so early with my big shots. But as soon as I did, I tried to close the show. But he was letting me know he was there. He was catching me with return shots. He hurt me a couple of times. But I overwhelmed him. I was too much for him, and not a lot of people expected that.
But this was huge, wasn't it? Because you would have retired if you'd lost this. I think everyone felt that as well going into it, and that's why this was so big, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was crunch time for me. You know, I've lost my last fight, lost my title, and I've jumped straight back into deep water with another world title. But against a guy who's unbeaten in 30, 24 knockouts, this guy's a great fighter. He's respected by everybody all over the world in the boxing fraternity. So for me, it was last chance saloon, and I boxed very much like that. I fought like a man possessed, because I'm the sort of guy, if I'm going out and I'm going to be finished, I'm going out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, well, you certainly did that. Let's see the moment of victory, shall we? Because Eddie Hearn, your promoter, goes off a bit early. We'll see Rachael, your lovely partner.
The referee made a bit.
As well.
Yeah, the referee made a bit of a mistake there, because he waved the fight off, but then he started administering the 8-count rule, which doesn't come into force with the IBF. So, you know, Eddie jumped in, then Rob told him, get out, you're getting disqualified. So it was pandemonium. But it was such a dramatic fight and such a great victory. The referee sort of lost momentum where he was, and you know the crowd was making so much noise you couldn't even hear the bell.
That crowd, just finally, how important was being in Nottingham to you?
Very, very important. It gave me that extra gear, and you know the crowd were fantastic. They didn't stop shouting from the start to the finish, and it was very respectful as well to Lucien Boutte, who deserved respect.
Well, you did them proud. Congratulations. It's nice to see you as a world champion again. It's fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. I'm afraid no celebrations for Leicester Tigers fans, though, on this big weekend of sport. They headed to Twickenham in their thousands for the Premiership final. But yet again, it wasn't to be. They were beaten by Harlequins. Kirsty Edwards was there to see the action.